Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Sorry for letting you wait for such a long time, but I am here finally. And I decided to give the Nintendo Direct a shot. I heard already that there were some exciting announcements there so far. And first part of the stream will be English after the Nintendo Direct, I guess. And we have discussed this, switch back to German, and end the stream here for the English people. Just for people know. I also made a thumbnail and stuff. Took a moment and ate really quick, which was also very important. But yeah, welcome Jack and Embry Balder, and all the others who might lurk in the background. I'm sure I've overlooked somebody. X the King also there on the interestingly on the English Twitch. That's nice. So yeah, we're a bit late as always, but what can I say, chat? Nintendo Direct was already, I think, I don't know, how many hours ago? 12 or something? No, not 12. More like 10 hours ago? I don't know. Something like that. So it already aired. Maybe you have already seen it. I think Emry wrote in chat she already have seen it. In the meantime, I have to bring here the stream there. We won't watch the treehouse after it, I think, except there's something very exciting to see, but we will see. For the time being, we get production up and running, which should be this here. Okay, there it is. I hope sound will be there. I have to maybe fix the volume here a bit. And I would say, let's go. For those watching this in the future, there might be some parts that are strange because it will stuff will get claimed often, and then I have to cut it out or something, or mute it, or remove the sound. Hope it's not too loud. You still should hear me. Nintendo Direct. Ah, good old.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. First, here's a game that's coming to the Nintendo Switch system. Please, take a look at this.
Hello.
So let's see.
My name is Lowell Miss Reeds, and I'm known for my reading aloud skills and more. Beep. I'm here today to help show you the Rhythm Heaven Groove game. Beep.
Rhythm Heaven Groove.
Okay.
Playing this game is pretty simple. Just get into the groove and press the correct button. That's all there is to it. But it's not always the same rhythm. Listen carefully to the beat. Find your flow, and you'll be able to feel the rhythm. 2, 3, 4, now. 2, 3, now. 2, now. 2, 3, now. Over 80 all-new rhythm games are included. And as you play through the game, you can unlock different modes. For example,
The kingdom's everlasting peace rests on your shoulders. Finally, you're awake.
go forth, magician.
I can't lose.
And use the magical power of rhythm to beat monsters. Cast a fire spell with BA. BA. And a healing spell with B down A. B down A. Like that.
So you really want to fight, huh?
What spells will strike a chord against the foes you face?
Not sure what I want to, what I can say here.
Come on and tip the
It's like a
scales to victory.
nice little rhythm game.
It's time
And
for
simple.
the Who's Got Rhythm quiz show.
Plus, there are even more rhythm games in the lineup. Enjoy all of this while playing solo. And
Dan, Emily, Leo, Sarah. We're under attack. Beep.
up to 4 players can enjoy dedicated
Final Fantasy
rhythm
also has a
games.
rhythm game, which is
Note
actually
the
quite
timing
fun.
And block the arrows.
Grab the snack at exactly 3 o'clock.
What's a bit strange is the
You're in for 3 o'clock on the
machine
dot.
red
Emily
thing.
got the snack.
There are over 30 cooperative and competitive games to play. Get into the groove solo or with friends when Rhythm Heaven Groove hits the Nintendo Switch system July 2nd. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
That was Rhythm Heaven Groove for Nintendo Switch. You'll also be able to play it on the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
Okay, it comes for
Please
both
wait
systems.
just a little longer for its release. From here, we'll introduce games coming to Nintendo Switch 2, including some games that will also be available on Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo
Let's
Switch
begin with
2.
some headlines.
Master the way of the sword.
This is Onimusha. We played the demo yesterday.
Way of the sword.
Was
A new
pretty,
entry in the swordplay action series
Sold
is
on this, I have to
slashing
admit.
onto
Really
Nintendo
good demo,
Switch
runs
2.
pretty well.
Edo-era Kyoto has been
Okay,
overrun by
with ray
monsters
tracing.
known as Genma. Now,
And I got 60
Miyamoto
FPS.
Musashi must prove himself beyond
It's,
measure.
it's the RE engine,
Parry,
developed by Capcom, first party development thing.
deflect,
Bit complicated, like a lot of mechanic
and
stuff
the
in it.
powerful counterattack Isen. Master these techniques to strike down the enemies in your path.
I might have played a bit
Only
wrong, but
armaments are also at your
overall,
disposal to turn
I
the
thought it
tides of
was a
battle.
pretty cool game. One of the only weapons here that we
You
see.
can even use Joy-Con 2 motion
double
controls to
dagger
intuitively
thing.
slay Genma.
You also find in the demo.
As fates intertwine, will you cut down those that stand in your way?
Nope, sound is not too loud from the stuff. This is
Onimusha,
the
Way
final
the
boss of
Sword
the
launches on Nintendo
demo
Switch
as well.
2,
We can play.
September 25th. Pre-orders
I was
begin
yeah, the
later
demo I
today
really
on
enjoyed. It was
Nintendo eShop.
a lot of fun. I have to admit. I like games like this. Was pretty
Your
sold on this.
unwritten epic begins. Dragon's Dogma 2: Dark Arisen.
Oh, this
heading
is
to
actually
Nintendo
huge,
Switch
which
2.
is kind of strange. So, Dragon's Dogma is a weird game when it came out. It was in a weird state. It was technically a catastrophe as well. But
In this expanded
like, performance
version of
was all over the
Dragon's
place.
Dogma 2,
the original
explore
Dragon's
your
Dogma
land
also had problems.
Seek out spoils, then appraise them to
And then they
reveal new
released
weapons,
Dragon's Dogma
armor,
Dark
or
Horizon.
skills. With
And
these
this
arms
version
ready,
of
take down
Dragon's
powerful
Dogma then
monsters in
improved
this
it
single-player
to
action RPG
status that people were more than happy with. It's kind of funny that with Dragon's Dogma, the first version was also, let's say, had a lot of problems and was improvable, and now the expansion they bring out for it is also called Dark Horizon again, or the new version, or whatever you want to call it.
You can climb them to strike their weak points. Fighting alongside your pawns is key to victory. In a world between dark and light, embark on an adventure and tell a tale.
So
on
yeah,
your
pretty
own.
cool.
What fate awaits
Not
the
sure if I will
Arisen
look into
and
it.
their pawns?
I'm very
Dragon's
curious
Dogma
how
2
reviews will be
Dark
for
Arisen
Dark Horizon.
launches on
It's kind of
Nintendo
strange that this is the
Switch
first time we hear
October
about
9th.
this. Comes out at 9th of October. Haven't heard of. Not sure when Dragon's Dogma came out. 2024.
Earth has been driven to the brink of annihilation by mysterious
Ooh,
life
Stellar
forms
Blade
called
also
the
comes for the
Naytiba.
Switch. Nice.
Now, join Eve on her mission to save humanity and reclaim the planet. Engage in high-speed combat that focuses on timing. Then find your
I have not played it
and
yet.
strike.
I have to admit, I'm interested in playing Stellar Blade because I kind of like Stellar Blade. I like spectacle fighters, so to say, like Bayonetta and stuff. Maybe Rising Revengeance.
Stellar Blade launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this year.
Okay, also comes this year.
Blast off in the 2-player co-op adventure Orbitals. Protect your home in an expedition across the galaxy. There are many interstellar areas to explore. Melt ice to make a path. Activate devices in time with the beat. Escape from incoming enemies and more. Brave the dangers ahead in your voyage through the stars. 2 players can also work together locally or online using GameShare. Work together and overcome the crisis of the cosmos. Orbitals launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system September 3rd. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Journey through the glade of dreams.
Oh, Rayman Legends Retold also comes to the Switch.
Of Rayman Legends.
I've already seen the trailer in the State of Play or in Summer Game Test Show. I think it was State of Play. But it also comes with multi-platform release. It also comes for Switch 2. Looks nice. You like platforming?
And enjoy more added content. Up to 4 players can go out on a limb in local co-op. You can also play a revamped version of Kung Fu using GameShare locally.
Yeah, there was this mini game, right? I forgot about that.
Rayman Legends Retold launches on Nintendo Switch 2 October 1st.
Yeah, pretty cool.
It's a great day for a big walk.
Is
Get
it?
lost with friends in this online co-op walking and talking adventure. Set off through a peaceful world.
Looks like I've seen this somewhere before.
Brimming with
Sound
challenges, puzzles, and lots of things to discover.
All these creatures seem familiar.
Enjoy the sights and sounds as you work together to find your way around. Use all sorts of tools to stay in touch. And figure out new methods of communicating if you're in a pickle. They might even be a little unconventional. And if you're not quite up to adventuring, you can always just relax with your pals. Enjoy the sunset, dance the night away, or steal something from a friend and kick it into the ocean. You know, the usual stuff. You can also use mouse controls or hang out with friends using cross-platform play. After all, spending quality time together is the best part of a big walk. Strolling onto Nintendo Switch 2, August 4th. Season the Seas.
Season the Seas. It is Sanji from
Build your very own
One
floating
Piece.
restaurant with the Straw Hat Crew. Cook up recipes with Sanji. Craft the menu.
And I guess your best customer
Decorate it
is
to your
Luffy.
liking. Then serve your customers as you run the restaurant. By searching for and collecting ingredients.
I guess Luffy
you'll
doesn't
expand
pay
your
though.
Menu offerings. Use devil fruit abilities to prepare piping hot steaks. Or whip up tongue-tingling tauntaun
Eno.
noodles. You can make all
I
sorts
didn't know
of
he was into
delicious
cooking as
dishes.
well.
Spend in-game money to change up the restaurant's interior and expand it to attract even more customers. Over 400 characters from the One Piece series will appear. Mouse controls are also supported on Nintendo Switch 2.
Hey Mario Kart fan, that's you.
Get ready for a feast of epic proportions in One Piece Grand Gourmet. Sailing onto the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems October 23rd.
Looks kind of cute. Be a fun little cozy game if you're into One Piece and stuff. The Switch Resort for Switch 2. I've seen already some stuff. Copia. I'm not into
Keep
Pokemon at
adventuring
all.
in Pokemon Pokopia, even beneath the sea. Explore the world on the ocean floor with a free update. By using the new move Dive, you can enjoy life with Pokemon living under the sea. Plant grass, build structures, and expand your towns underwater. This free update is scheduled to release in August 2026. And there's more. The
There's more to
Pokemon
it.
Pokopia Expansion Pass paid DLC is on the way. Discover a brand new town, Bubbly Basin. There you'll find new furniture.
Yay, new
outfits,
furniture.
and new friends. The Pokemon Pokopia Expansion Pass paid DLC will be available later today on Nintendo eShop. Part 1 of the paid DLC, Bubbly Basin, launches this August. Part 2 and Part 3 will launch at a later date. Look out for more details in the future.
Now you have to buy a Switch too. I don't know yet. More Pokemon, I guess. Oh no, it's just okay, Game Freak.
We hope you're
Published
looking
by
forward
Koei
to
Tecmo.
more content for Pokemon Pokopia via a free update and
Yeah, I'm
paid
not into
DLC.
Pokemon at all, so it usually does not catch my interest. What I noticed though is that chat is translated again, so I have to kind of switch the language
This
of my
is the
YouTube back to
Dagdan
English.
Empire, a
I really hate
prosperous
YouTube
land
for it.
ruled
Like
by the
YouTube, why are you
gods.
always
The
implementing
capital,
features that are
Daxian,
the most
plays
annoying
host to the
on Earth?
Heroic
Like,
Games.
don't
The
translate
winner of
chat
which is
messages,
granted
please.
one
For
wish.
prosperity.
Powerful fighters from across the land have gathered to participate.
What were they thinking? Oh, Fire Emblem.
The story revolves
Sorry for
around
not
four
getting that. I just had to rant about.
Kai, a young boy determined to win the games
I
to
have
save
to
his imprisoned
update,
father.
you know, refresh the chat and stuff.
Dietrich, a swordsman ever on the hunt for a stronger foe. Theodora, a queen seeking to fulfill
Theodora.
the long-held dream of her homeland.
I have multiple chats now. There's one on
A
Twitch,
musician
English
with her
Twitch chat,
sights set
German
on
Twitch chat,
revenge.
and the YouTube
Guide whichever
chat.
character you choose to victory. As
In
they
case I
weave
answered
their
your message, you
own
don't see it in your
unique
chat.
tale.
It has to do with seeing it in
Between
another
matches,
chat, just
you can
to avoid
strengthen
confusion.
your forces in different ways.
That looks kind of cool. I think a lot of people
Hone
look
your
forward to a
techniques at the
new
training grounds.
Fire Emblem. It's also an IP I have not much
Recruit
contact
new
with.
allies. Or travel beyond Daxian's walls to gain experience. How you spend your free time is up to you. Combat takes the form of turn-based tactical battles. Consider your weapon's range and your unit's strengths on the battlefield. Plus, each of the 4 main characters comes with their own special techniques. By using these techniques to the fullest, you might turn the tide of battle.
Rejoice with me at the advent of the underworld.
You look upon the promised one, who will route you here and guide the living to salvation. How did it feel to upheave the world? Begone from us, the darkest dark.
Fortune's Weave. 17th September 2026.
Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave launches September 17th. Alongside the standard edition, there will be a special edition, the Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave Dagdan Collection, that launches the same day. Please look forward to it.
It has
Let's
a map. I
continue
like
with
that.
some more headlines.
Welcome to the next level of ninja battles.
Okay, Ninja Battles.
first part of Ninja 2 is sneaking onto Nintendo Switch 2.
I think I'm not sure if I know Ninja 1.
Accidentally breaking a forbidden seal, you're stranded on an uncharted planet. Overcome the dangers lurking here to safely return to Earth in this open-world action-adventure. Use Ninja Gum to freely traverse this vast world in search of clues to get back home.
Oh, I didn't know the first part of this.
You can also blow a
I
bubble.
don't want to say I've
float
never
in the
seen
air.
it before, but I think I've never seen it.
Defeat enemies
Yeah, it's
blocking
just
your
that
path.
maybe there was
Weapons
never
crafted from Ninja
a
Gum.
part 1 and they just started directly
You
with
can
2.
summon buddies with
Possible.
Gum Ninjutsu to unleash powerful attacks.
Gum Ninjutsu.
Additionally,
You know,
up to 4
kind of cute.
ninja can team up in local or online multiplayer to chew through tough battles. The first part of Ninja 2, The Uncharted Planet, launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system next spring. The DK Challenge barrels in.
Okay.
Coming to Nintendo Switch Online on Nintendo Switch 2, the limited time DK Challenge event. Take on challenges across many Donkey Kong games available with Nintendo Classics.
the minecart section.
By
That was always
completing
tough,
them,
I felt.
You can earn and enjoy collectible digital challenge cards. And if you have
Made by
Donkey
Rare
Kong
back in the
Bonanza,
day.
you can attempt even more challenges. Try out ones geared for beginners. Or take on developer challenges for something with a bit more punch. Rediscover Donkey Kong games, play challenges, and complete your card collection. DK Challenge can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch Online app on the home menu of your Nintendo Switch 2. You'll be able to barrel through these limited time challenges starting later today.
Okay, nice.
Plus, in the Donkey Kong Bonanza, DK Island and Emerald Rush paid DLC, a limited time collaboration with Super Mario Bros. Is breaking through. Enjoy outfits for DK and Pauline, inspired by Mario and Luigi. Plus,
Okay,
there are
Pauline's
coins,
Luigi
super
outfit
mushrooms,
is lit.
question
It's really
blocks,
nice.
and more. Experience Emerald Rush as you've never seen it before with a Super Mario Bros. Twist. This limited time collaboration event will be held in 4 waves with the first wave beginning later today.
It's cute, yeah. Definitely.
From the creators of Vampire Survivors. The latest game from the makers of Vampire Survivors, Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble Survivathon, casts a spell onto Nintendo Switch 2. Up to 8 players can compete online for the top spot in this Survivors Royale. At the start of a match, players don't battle directly. Instead, take down enemies on your own map to earn points. Each time you earn 100 points, you can add a rule to your run, including ones that hinder other players. The match culminates in a head-to-head final battle between the top 2 players. Who will be the final survivor? More than 20 characters from the Jujutsu Kaisen series appear. Characters can be unlocked just by playing. Battle online with players near and far, or go it alone against computer-controlled opponents. Exorcise curses, dominate rivals, and rise to the top. Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble Survivathon launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this year.
Okay, wow.
Are you up for the challenge in these games? Brutal, unforgiving battles storm onto Nintendo Switch 2. In a
it?
forsaken world, a
There was lots of
looming
fun.
darkness
Oh, okay.
devours all in its
The
path.
beginning
Now,
section,
only
the
one kingdom
last screen.
endures. Defy the will of the gods to save what
It
remains of
did a lot of
humanity.
patching for this
Master
game.
brutal melee combat.
I haven't played with
devastating
all these
sorceries,
patches.
and
Always
lethal
wanted
ranged
to maybe
attacks.
return to Lords of Fallen 2.
Test your mettle against towering abominations on your journey across the realms of the living and the dead.
And this is a
Hero must
I'm not
rise
sure if she's
for
the
a
first
god
boss.
to fall. Lords of the Fallen 2 launches on Nintendo Switch
Okay,
2
nice.
this
Lords of
fall.
Fallen on Switch.
Enter a darkly
Lies of P.
elegant world based on the story of Pinocchio in Lies of P. In a city under siege, you must fight rampaging mechanical puppets and seek the cause of this upheaval while confronting your own humanity. Take on enemies using customizable weapons
Yeah, pretty good game.
and prosthetic arms that allow you to swap between different
Also with the
abilities.
DLC.
But know
Awesome.
this, the lies you tell will alter your fate.
Pretty tough.
Lies of P, Complete
Complete
Edition,
Edition, okay,
which
so it's
includes
DLC.
Overture, a prequel expansion to the main game, launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system August 6th. Pre-orders begin later today
Lies
on
of
Nintendo
P.
eShop.
Nocchio. Yes.
The most recent entry in the legendary Devil
Devil
May
May Cry.
series is slashing its way onto Nintendo Switch 2. Play as Nero, Dante, V, and Virgil, each armed with different battle styles, as you fight off hordes of demons and epic bosses. Pull off stylish attacks, dodges, and combos with your vast arsenal of weapons and skills. Enjoy thrilling, high-octane combat at 60 frames per second in both TV mode and
60
handheld
frames
mode.
per second.
Plus,
There
additional
you heard it,
content
chat.
such as battle tracks, character colors, and Devil Breaker weapons for Nero are included. Devil May Cry 5 Devil Hunter Edition.
It's out for some
launches on
time,
Nintendo
I
Switch
guess,
2,
but now we
June
Switch
23rd.
also get the
Pre-orders
port, which
begin
is cool.
later today
Pretty good
on
game.
Nintendo eShop.
Enter a mystical era deep in Japan's past. 6 souls determined to forge their own destinies.
So you're looking for some runaway ninja named Kisuke?
They still have some unfinished business in this world. I shall make him pay.
Let's show them we farmers have spirit. You've sentenced me to die 7 days from now?
I'd start repenting if I were you.
An action RPG for the ages. What fate awaits those who wield the demon blades? Muramasa, Revenant Blades.
Don't ring any bells there.
Nintendo Switch 2 editions of these 3 Xenoblade Chronicles
Oh,
games
Xenoblade
are
Chronicles.
incoming.
I'll get a
All
special
3 games
Nintendo
run at
Switch
60
3
frames per
edition.
second, with 4K resolution in TV mode or Full HD in handheld mode. In-game cutscenes also have enhanced resolution and frame rate. Not only that,
You can swim now.
but you can travel on a high-speed vehicle in the first game.
Okay.
Control blades to fight mercenary squad
Some improvements are
battles
also
in the
there.
second,
Also never really
and
was
put your
into
strength to the
Xenoblade
test
games.
against waves of enemies in the third. There's also a variety of other content added to each of the 3 games. More details will be revealed at a later date.
Interesting. Also some new stuff
The
in
digital
Quest
version
and
of
I don't
Xenoblade
know what new
Chronicles
content.
Definitive Edition, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, and the Upgrade Pack will be available later today. The physical
Okay.
version launches on July 30th. The Nintendo Switch 2 editions of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 will
Shadow
be
drop,
available
huh?
on the dates shown on screen.
Date shown on screen.
3 Xenoblade
Wasn't
Chronicles
final
games
when
are
he
getting
recorded
Nintendo
this.
Switch 2 editions. New features will be added to each title, so we hope you'll check them out. And a new story in the Xenoblade series is about to begin. Here are some early moments from the game.
New Xenoblade?
アニマは世界の源であった。水も火も風も世界を構成するそのすべては大地を流れるアニマが形を変えたものだ。
That's kind of the force, I
戦
guess.
いを決するのはいつもアニマとその力を自在に振るう騎士だった。
この剣の名に恥じぬよう精進します。ここがリューコス。
その石はアニマ小石。騎士の力を増幅させるだけでなく、そのものの行動や思いも刻みます。 これからのあなたの学院生活のすべてがその意志と共にあると思ってください。
今日の訓練は実戦を想定してのものだ。
力の使い方、なんとなく分かった気がする。
死って人殺しの職業で、奪われた側はどう思うんだろうな。
真実見つけてみない？
信仰を失った人の魂をドラゴンの炎で浄化することで罪が贖われる。
田舎貴族の限界を教えてあげる。
あいつ使えるぜ。証石なしで騎士の力。
生と死、すべてはアニマと共にある。
帰るのさ、あの場所に。
さあ、始まるわよ。兄上、行ってまいります。
ここは6つの太陽に照らし出された大地。そこで人々は知ることになる。破れた神の恨みが。
I think the Xenoblade original, like Chronicle games, were supposed to be a trilogy. I assume this is like a new entry. No, it's not called Chronicle, it's called Genesis. So I guess this is a new trilogy, kind of their style to think in trilogies.
Xenoblade Genesis marks a new beginning. What kind of story do you think will be told? Please look forward to future updates. Next, please take a look at this.
Welcome to Woohoo Island, home to all kinds of sports. Coming to Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo Switch Sports Resort, the latest game in the series. Use
Our
the
card
Joy-Con
friend
2
said it.
controllers
Nintendo
as
Switch
brackets,
Resort for
bows,
Switch 2. There it is.
or even handles.
Woohoo.
There are 12 sports to choose from, all with intuitive motion controls. Let's go over them.
Yeah, let's go over them. I can't wait.
Counter and outmaneuver for the knockout in boxing. Make quick shots to keep your opponent on their toes. In table tennis, aim for the center of the target and let that arrow fly. In archery, enjoy rallies with different types of shots in tennis. Bump, set, and spike in volleyball. Roll the ball straight or give it a spin to strike.
That's
big.
back.
In
Nintendo
bowling,
got the bowling back.
dribble, pass,
Überschlag-
and shoot to score in
I'm
basketball.
not sure how to translate that, but
Adjust your
yeah.
shot's power, then swing your club in golf.
Yeah, almost exploding over excitement.
Battle
So
with one thumb to hand your opponent a defeat in thumb wrestling.
yeah, for sure. With friends,
through the course,
it could be a fun game and stuff.
In skateboarding.
But when you don't have friends like me, then
Steer
it's a
with
problem.
handles and coast along the waves in power cruising. Tilt the controller and fly around freely in prop plane. Plus, you can warm up for these sports with jump rope. You can create and play as a sportsmate or me character.
But you all don't own a Switch 2, except for Emery.
Enjoy playing
I
all
also don't
kinds
own
of
a Switch
sports
2,
on
so I
Nintendo
guess
Switch 2. Nintendo Switch Sports Resort launches
we're screwed.
exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system October 22nd. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Nintendo Switch Sports Resort is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We showed all the sports.
Be careful with
included, but since we
parasocial
have the
relationships.
opportunity,
I don't
let's
even
try
know how
one
you
of the
look.
New sports. Thumb wrestling.
Before the match, let's go over the rules. Hold down your opponent's thumb for 3 seconds,
Thumb wrestling
and
is
you'll
kind of
win.
funny.
If yours gets pinned, just shake the controller to break free. And if you keep your thumb held down, it'll get bigger and stronger. You'll need this to claim victory.
Here's to a great thumb wrestling match. The thumb moves, just like this.
Round 1.
Here we go. Let's have a good match. Oh, got him right away.
2, 1. Break out.
Oh, they broke free. All right. Let's try this. Oh, we bumped thumbs. Oh, go, go, go. Hold it. Oh, they broke free again. You have to keep them pinned. No, wait. Whew. I was worried for a second there. Okay, thumb started to sparkle, and the nail got bigger. Hold on a second. That's not how it's supposed to go. It's okay. Everything is fine.
I like that he plays the game, it seems. I have a thing that...
Now let's try... Oh, I got deflected. Wait a minute.
That's really close.
Ah. I lost. Please wait a little longer for Nintendo Switch Sports Resort. Let's move on to more headlines.
Satoru Iwata kind of started, I guess, with these more funny Nintendo Direct, and also making not being too serious and stuff. I think the current dude also, like, they always try to write a bit on these vibes. I think the new one does a decent job with it.
Secrets on your journey to face the Dragon Queen. In this survival crafting adventure, delve into the mysteries of Ashenfall, amongst the ruins of fallen civilizations. On your expedition, harness the land's transformative magic to gather resources, craft gear, and build shelter. Then, step into battle, forge weapons, sharpen your skills, and face the danger that awaits. Survive the wilds, unveil lost secrets, and challenge dragons in RuneScape Dragon Wilds, launching on Nintendo Switch 2 September 15th.
Dragon Wilds, interesting. RuneScape company.
Get on board for these games. Customize your own avatar and play in the adorable world of Hello Kitty Partyland.
Okay, that's incredibly cute.
With over 40 character-themed mini-games and several board games. There are over 140 Sanrio characters to meet. Plus, you can choose from 16 partner characters, collect stickers, and so much more. Hello Kitty Partyland launches exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch October 29th.
So let's get down there and finish the job.
Blast off for adventure across the Lilat system with Fox McCloud and his crew.
Well done, Fox.
A battle for the fate of the galaxy begins. Star Fox launches on
what is 7
Nintendo
months?
Switch 2.
I don't get the
25th.
context of your comment, Jack.
A free demo that includes a tutorial, and one of the game's opening stages will be available later today on Nintendo eShop. Hope resonates within the crystals.
Resonates within the crystals. We enjoyed it. Okay, that's good to hear. Okay. It was Baldur related.
Get ready for the first Final Fantasy game in HD 2D, Final Fantasy Resonance. This is Lapis, a vast world that has prospered through the power of crystals. But after the invasion of the Veritas, This once thriving world lies on the brink of annihilation. Now Rain, a knight of Grandshelt, must journey across the realm with his companions to
Classic
stop
Final
the
Fantasy
Veritas.
stuff. Looks kind of cool.
In thrilling turn-based battles, call upon visions, iconic Final Fantasy heroes from other worlds to take down monsters. Can you uncover the truth behind the Veritas and the secrets the crystals hold? Final Fantasy Resonance launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems October
Okay, it's
22nd.
multi-platform.
A weird, whimsical world is waiting. Pikuniku returns in a new 3D puzzle exploration adventure. What do giant fruit,
another game where I think I
level
don't know the
robot
first
frogs,
game.
and an all-powerful potato have in common? Nothing.
Oh no, now
Other
it's
than
the
a
also
shadowy
powerful potato.
conspiracy, of course. Meet a cavalcade of curious characters, each with their own problems and puzzles to solve. But beneath this seemingly happy world lies a sinister plot to squeeze the locals for all they're worth. Time to join the resistance by using Piku's surprising abilities. Help solve the people's problems in surprising and downright oddball ways. Feeling baffled by these affable denizens? Embrace these strange encounters and bring about an ultimate understanding. And in this sequel, navigate and explore in full 3D as you discover the secrets of this vivid, colorful world. Get ready to wander, solve, and gossip in Pikuniku 2, launching on Nintendo Switch 2 next year.
By Devolver Digital, the game published. Interesting.
Prepare for an all-new monster-filled adventure.
Dragon Quest SMC? What is this?
Two girls find themselves lost in the kingdom of Witherwood. There, they gain the power to turn monsters into friends. Spot a monster you fancy? Scout it! Win it over and it'll fight by your side. And that's not all. Synthesize two monsters to create more powerful allies. Now, take on the most fearsome of foes with a team that's uniquely your
The
own.
dragon looked a bit like Pokemon.
Adventure is calling, and it's monstrously fun. Dragon Quest Monsters.
It is Dragon Quest,
The
okay.
Wizard World.
Nice.
Huh. About time you got here.
Characters looked a bit Dragon Quest-like. So that's why I came on. Okay, that is finally a game I'm interested in. I don't have a Switch too, so I can play it. It's Duskblood from FromSoft. Very curious how that will work out at the end.
Upon the ancient blood sovereign's honor.
You can't see a thing
We
with
are
it.
monsters,
Hairstyle.
each vying for blood.
Ah, you're finally here. Worthy spirit.
The Duskbloods. Very curious if they get it running well on a Switch. Closed network test, okay, that will be interesting. Summer 2026, that we are in summer. That was a trailer. Nah. Not much news. It's so weird. This game shouldn't it be out this year?
Next, we have more news about an upcoming treasure hunting game.
Very curious how this will work out. Treasure hunting.
Hey everyone, here's some fresh news about Splatoon Raiders, a
Oh,
new
Splatoon.
single-player-focused adventure. Check out this neat little place, the hideout ship out on the water.
The hideout ship.
There's Deep Cut, a trio of swashbuckling musicians. And this scrappy individual? That's you. Let's call this handy youth the mechanic. The 4 of them are using the hideout ship as their hub, hunting for treasure across these landmasses, the Spiralite Islands. All right, time for a quick dive.
Yeah, they might have problems getting it. They don't even get.
Looks like the
their games don't even run well on PC or on PlayStation.
There's
You know.
a bunch of aggressive creatures called salmonids in the way, and when you get too close, they'll attack immediately.
The concept
Salmonids
of
aren't pushovers either, so you shouldn't
optimization is something FromSoft's not too familiar with.
This comes in, the exploration bot. A member of Deep Cut pilots it during your treasure hunts and attacks automatically. Launches you in the air for extra height. And even gets out of the bot to unleash
network test will be interesting.
Like You'll also get support in the form of gadgets. There's one that continuously fires ink after it's placed.
Okay.
Another
kind of
that
funny,
slices
this
through
ink
enemies.
shooting object.
Another that spins ink around you, and more. And the best part,
The music
you
is
can
really
use them
strange.
together. It'd be nice if that made things easier, though. So to recap, do not underestimate the salmonids. Yikes, this is tougher than it looks. But the salmonids aren't the only powerful ones around here. Through battles, you, the mechanic, will also get stronger by leveling up. And you can customize all sorts of upgrades to fit your playstyle. Oh, looks like time's up. There are even more details to cover in the upcoming Splatoon Raiders Direct, airing on June
Splatoon Raiders
30th.
Direct.
And in the smart device app Nintendo Today, see the story events leading up to Splatoon Raiders with daily comics ahead of launch. Plus, in collaboration with this game, there's going to be a
The
special
Night Ray
Splatfest
network
in
test
Splatoon
mostly
3.
was
The
also
theme
mostly
looks like it's
connecting
about
screen.
Splatoon
Yeah.
Raiders.
On the other
Details will
side,
be
though, when it
announced
comes to
here.
Night Rain,
Look out for more info in the
more
future.
people were able to play the game, I
Don't
guess,
forget
when
to
it
check
comes
this out,
to
too.
just Nintendo Switch 2 people.
See ya.
And I think I'm not even sure if there's a big crowd of people interested in.
So what did you think?
Like the classic Nintendo
Splatoon
gamer,
Raiders is just
in my
around the
mind,
corner.
is not too much
We'll also be
into
releasing new
old
Joy-Con
stuff
2
from
controllers
FromSoft.
inspired by Deep Cut.
Or maybe I'm
We
wrong.
hope you're looking forward to it. Let's see some more headlines.
Okay, cute. Oh, Deltarune. Chapter 5. Nice.
Awaken your power.
Okay, let's do that.
Heed me, O kingless. Whosoever
Is
hath
this
truly earned the greatest faith of the
Metaphor
citizenry shall
Refantasia?
ascend to throne
Or
and crown
whatever
by
it's
right
called.
of kings.
This is the United Kingdom of Uchronia, inhabited
Metaphor
by 8
Refantasia.
tribes. The next king shall be decided by the will of the people. By decree of the king,
Looks not as
his
sharp
base
as it
floats in
looks
the
on
sky, the tournament
PlayStation
for
and
the
stuff.
throne begins.
To be honest,
As the realm grapples with its first ever election, those vying for the throne put their plans into action. As one of the throne's candidates, you'll travel across
I think it
the
got pretty
kingdom,
good reviews
forging
and
bonds
stuff
with
when
compelling
it came out,
characters
so
along the way.
kind of nice that also the
Various
Switch
enemies
gets
stand
support.
in your path.
This battle's ours.
There are monsters
Pretty cool
roaming
music and
this
stuff.
world, as well as other candidates and strange beasts known
That was
as
indeed a
humans.
strange beast.
Control
Not gonna lie,
your
he's
destiny
completely right.
and
That
change the
is a
world
strange
in
beast.
Metaphor Refantasio, launching on the Nintendo Switch 2 system November
Okay,
12th.
this is the first game I've seen this whole week that launched in November.
Explore, survive.
They say, yeah, whatever, GTA 6, we don't care.
A dedicated
I think if there's
Nintendo
one
Switch 2
platform that
version
doesn't
of
have to care
Minecraft
about
is on the
GTA,
way.
then it's Nintendo's.
Dig into your Minecraft adventure on Nintendo Switch 2 with support for vibrant visuals. And embark on a journey across a world with enhanced lighting and shadow effects.
Okay.
Plus,
Graphics
Nintendo
upgrade for
Switch
Minecraft.
worlds can be
Oh
carried
no!
over, so you can pick up right where you left off. What will you create next?
I think it would be dead, to be honest.
Minecraft launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this year.
Warhammer. Metal Gear. What's the SnowRunner? Don't know what that is. Atelier Carrier. Don't know that game. Warhammer 40k Space Marine. So now, Balder, you can play it on the go. Observer. You, I guess. Do you expect that the only show over the complete weekend that shows Warhammer would be Nintendo? Oh, fine. Metal Gear. Tomb Raider 20-year celebration. It was indeed SnowRunner. All bad. Fitness Boxing 3. Everblue. Really online. So 524. Oh, excuse me. Early access available. Interesting that they port Final Fantasy 14 to the Switch as well.
Light and darkness
That is Kingdom Hearts.
Filled with memorable
Also not interested on the
three
series.
collections of Kingdom Hearts games
Yeah, there's
are coming
HT
to
1.5 and
Nintendo Switch 2.
2.5 and
Traverse through
2.8.
Disney and Pixar worlds. Befriend all sorts of magical allies. And
That's a
battle
weird
enemies
series,
in
to be
action
honest.
RPG combat. Relive these stories or experience them for the
But it has a
first
lot of,
time
it has a big fan base,
alongside
so
Sora and his friends as
more
they
power to
fight
those
the
people,
darkness.
but
If you have
I
the cloud
have
versions
no
on
clue what's
Nintendo
going on there.
Switch, you can transfer your existing save data to these Nintendo Switch 2 games.
Okay,
These
we can-
three collections launch on Nintendo Switch 2
1.8.
October 8th.
Final chapter
A
prologue.
bundle
I don't know
with all
what.
three compilations. Kingdom Hearts Collection 1 through 3 also
Yeah,
launches
it says
October 8th.
it goes 1, 2, 3, but there are like 5
Free
games.
demo of Kingdom Hearts 3 plus Remind will be
The naming
available
of these
later
games
today
is why.
on Nintendo eShop.
At least if you're not into the series, it looks incredibly confusing.
この世界の構造はとても複雑で、私たちが定義する光と闇を具現化したものは存在しな
Is
かっ
this
た。
a new? Is this Kingdom Hearts
でも
4?
それを定義するものがこの世界に来たことで、
Talks about light and darkness.
私たちの定義する
I think
闇
it
が
comes
現れた。
a theme in this series. Indeed, it is Kingdom Hearts 4. Disney, Square Enix, yeah. Kind of a weird alliance between Square Enix, Disney, and then I made this weird series.
How was that?
Goofy and Mickey in it.
Next
But also Cloud and Sephiroth and whatnot.
Please take a look.
Okay, we have Zelda.
Long ago, there was a land called Hyrule, created by beings of
I've already seen the announcement, so I know what it is.
at the very
But I would have wondered, is this a completely new Zelda?
forest. Within it, an ancient solitary tree quietly watched over.
I think
the
that's a
inhabitants
pretty big
of the
announcement, to be honest.
These forest dwellers were called the Kokiri. Each had a fairy companion, and they lived out their innocent lives in these woods. However, there was one particular boy
No.
who did not have a fairy.
And who sleeps a lot. Like me. On the younger side of things again. And there we have the Triforce. Wake up, Link! Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's the Ocarina of Time remake. That's a good question. Depending, I guess, a bit how faithful the remake
The
is.
Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time will be
Very
reborn
legendary
on
game.
Nintendo Switch 2.
If you watch on
Details will be
Metacritic or
announced
so,
in
it's
the
one of the
future,
highest
so
rated
please
games
look
of all
forward to
time.
them. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Earlier this year, Devon-san was appointed as the new president of Nintendo of America. We'd like to conclude this presentation with a few words from Devon-san. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Koizumi-san. Hi, everyone. I'm Devin Pritchard, and after 20 years at Nintendo, one of my favorite things about gaming is still that moment I get to try
Yeah, I
something
remember
new.
Duck Bowser.
I watch the trailers, I hear
His
about
name
a
is probably
game,
Bowser.
but the moment I pick up a controller,
Retired or
that's when it all
something, or
comes
stepped
together.
down, or went somewhere else, I don't know.
And for me, that's what games have always been about. Those little moments that surprise
Before
me
that, we
and
had-
allow
we had
me
the
to
huge-
immerse myself in different worlds. You can read about a game, you can watch a trailer, but
Footsteps
nothing
of,
beats seeing it for yourself. And that's a big part of what
Reggie
Nintendo
Fils-Aimé.
Treehouse Live is about. Getting a closer look,
think it's his
hearing
name.
from the teams, and spending more time with the games themselves. So let's get to it. We've got a new Nintendo Treehouse Live ready to go, with a few games I hope you find interesting. And if you enjoyed Splatoon Raiders in today's Nintendo Direct, this July at San Diego Comic-Con, we'll have the game playable on the show floor. Because at the end of the day, I think the best way to understand a game is to pick up the controller and play. Thanks for watching. I'm really looking forward to sharing more of what I love about games and bringing those experiences to all of you. And now it's time for Treehouse Live. Over to you, team.
Yeah, so Reggie Fils-Aimé was a very present figure when it comes. He was not always.
Hi everyone, welcome to Nintendo Treehouse Live.
Let's pause for a moment.
My name is Therese and I'm joined here by Gab, Dan, and Rob. We're here to talk about Star Fox, coming out June 25th.
They look kind of funny. But yeah, Reggie was a very present figure for as president of Nintendo of America, and of course, usually Japan called the shot. He was not always. It felt like online with what Japan did, and often felt like, "Oh, come on, Japan, don't be so extremely conservative," and so on and so forth. So he was very vocal and very present in many ways, and he was well respected for this in the games industry. His successor, Doug Bowser, I think, he was more in the background, like you have seen in here and there, but he was not a very present figure for fans, which is not a bad thing. He's president, he should, you know, look for the company, for public relations and stuff in the United States and so on, in America. And I guess he did this. There wasn't nothing too negative about it, but if you did not pay too much attention, you didn't even know that Dark Bowser was ever there, which can be interpreted in one way or another. But as said, I think Bowser had a different approach than Reggie, or Dark Bowser than Reggie Fils-Aimé, and yet more. I'm in the background organizing stuff there, trying to steer stuff and so on, keep it out of the public. That was more his approach. And curious how the new how she's now of what her approach will be. I have to memorize her name. Let's go back to the section there.
Thank you, Koizumi-san. Hi, everyone.
It is Devon Pritchett. Okay, Devon Pritchett. I'll take a moment to memorize that. So, kind of interesting in this regard to see very, very interesting. Overall, a very nice Nintendo Direct.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi.
So, yeah, this is interestingly, let me just look it up. Yeah, so this guy here is not the CEO, by the way, of like I said, they followed the vibe, which is very different because Iwata was kind of one in a kind CEO, like he was the actual CEO. This is not the CEO of Nintendo. The CEO is currently Shuntaro Furukawa, I think is his name, and you rarely see him in these kind of shows. Interestingly, the old CEO, like the legendary CEO, you could say, Satoru Iwata, he was very present in those. Like, he was the CEO of Nintendo, and he actually made these Nintendo Directs and presented them and made funny stuff and so on. So, in this regard, they sent in this guy here that we see here, and he is what is his position called? The general manager at Nintendo EPD, Entertainment Planning and Development Division. And that's the division that actually produces video games and stuff. So he's from this. So he has also a high position in the company, to be honest, but he's not the CEO, so just to avoid confusion here. So kind of interesting, but still, they went with this Nintendo Direct Iwata approach here further, which is somewhat familiar, kind of like when the people actually play their games and so on and so forth. Overall, yeah, pretty cool. we have seen here, we have a long...
Vale a fazer, Star Fox. Vamos retomar o sistema do Andross. Planeta por vez.
Okay, they showed
guys,
different translations and stuff. It's cool.
The replay value too, even if we don't get it.
So yeah, Emily said she had played Star Fox and enjoyed the demo, I think, or whatever it was out there in the Twitch chat. So there's that. I think it was already announced, or it was definitely already announced that there is a new Star Fox. I'm not sure if it's like a prequel, remake, something. We've seen some stuff, and they seem very confident to show us quite a bit of content here. New Splatoon. I always think the Treehouse stuff is always very impressive in a way, even though I don't plan on watching it completely here. Because they usually sit down and play their game for like an hour or half an hour, whatever. And considering that the game isn't even out yet, sometimes the game isn't out for a year or something, they show you so much already gameplay of it. Shows that usually the games are at a pretty good state already. And they're working a lot extensively on polish. This is kind of rare for companies. I mean, we have seen it to some degree with the God of War people as well, but it's like the highest quality in video game production that currently exists on Earth. So you can definitely say that also Nintendo kind of usually with their first party products, at least when it's not necessarily a Pokemon game, though it's not developed by Nintendo but by Game Freak. Those games like Star Fox, the Zeldas, Mario games, and so on and so forth, Splatoon, those are games they usually show off, and you can see
Oh, nice, Rob, you got
quite a bit of actual gameplay here, because Nintendo's usually currently very confident in what they're doing, that they are able to make good games. I think the last Star Fox thing was not received too well, to be honest, but I'd say it was okay. Hopefully they get it done a bit better here with this version.
Should be one.
Yeah, we're counting on.
He always has to be sassy about it.
We see the tank section, but yeah, usually you fly around and shoot at stuff.
See what ends up happening when you collect them all, so enjoy that. As we keep the surprise to ourselves.
Some organic turret.
The remake of the first, yeah, something like this, right? It's kind of a remake of the first game. We have seen the prequel mission in one of the last directs, if I remember correctly. Here we have a bit of Splatoon, and we have this weird rhythm game.
Express.
James McLeod ended up getting the ship, so tongue actually works. Oh no!
So close. So in order.
Okay. There are also the screens where you can change your avatar with it. Guess the quality is not the best. It's kind of a funny feature that you can have.
For our performance.
Early right into shrapnel.
Hey, that's what I did.
Hey, welcome. No. Where's our base?
No. Our base is on the other side. Wait, do you have it? Go through the teleporter.
You know, dude.
Boy.
And the
Gunner.
Oh yeah, kind of funny to see. Overall, I think it was a pretty decent direct, to be honest. Like here, the second part starts with the words from the Nintendo USA president. I'm wondering about something. I'm very curious about something, chat. We have also a German version of that. Is the narrator then narrating it in German? Just out of curiosity. It's not. It's just subtitles.
Hallo.
Wow, they produced it in German.
Mein Name ist Stimmlinchen. Ich lese Texte laut vor und kann sogar noch.
I mean, it's a computer voice, so it should be easy in this regard.
The enemies in your path.
Okay, it's just a subtitle.
Only
Okay.
armaments are also at your disposal to
But
turn
that
the
is
tides of.
that is actually impressive, to be honest. Like,
Playing this game is pretty simple.
no, the narrator is the same, But the computer voice, they recorded
Hallo.
in...
Mein Name ist Stimmlinchen. Ich lese Texte laut vor und kann sogar noch mehr.
It's kind of interesting that they made it in German. What the most interesting part for me is the release date. Because most countries in the world use day, month, year. Or month, year, month, day. But not month, day, year. Which makes also no sense, to be honest. But it's always confusing from if you're not from a country that...
On Nintendo eShop. Second, Rhythm Paradise Groove hits Nintendo Switch July.
See, here in the internet, in the German version, they have 2nd July 2026, not July 2nd 2026. Let's just skip to the thing and just for as a for the comparison. See, available July 2nd 2026. That's it changed this. I appreciate that, to be honest.
Now on Nintendo eShop.
Is there what does it look at Nintendo UK? Like, I think UK also uses the other date format, right? Okay, for the UK version,
Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
I also have this format. Interesting, chat. They didn't change it for UK. Said, yeah, screw you, screw you, UK guys, with your European date format. That makes complete sense. Yeah, I see here it's also 25th of September and stuff like this. Let me see if it's updated. Maybe it's just not updated with the first one.
Onimusha, way pre-orders begin.
No, it's also the US date format. And I kept that.
Launches on Nintendo Switch.
But they updated it for the German audience, which I appreciate. So that's pretty cool. Put in some effort there with the different language places on Earth. So I don't know. Yeah, Legend of Zelda, I think, is the biggest news. I'm not 100% sure, chat. Maybe somebody in chat knows it. Wasn't this massive announcement here at the end? Which is the Zelda remake. Yeah, at least the month is written out. That's right. That I do the same to avoid confusion. Like, I also always use the date format I'm used to. I know that people say July the 6th, 2026, and because they say it this way around, they also write it this way around. I know that that's the logic behind it. But yeah, day, month, year makes still more sense, to be honest. It's always confusing. Like, if it's 25th of September, so 9/25/2026, it's clear what is meant. But if it's, I don't know, the 7.9.2026, then it's not 100% clear. I think, is it now the US format or is it the internationally used format? I think only a couple of countries in the world that use still this weird format. And it's always a bit confusing. Kind of, like, sometimes I'm surprised that people could agree on like a year format at all, because even like in China they use we are in the year 2026, but from their historic perspective they could have used another year format and say we're in the year 7000 something or whatever. You know what I mean? That mankind somehow agreed on to all use the same date time format, kind of, except for the order, is kind of the surprise, I think, that mankind was able to agree on that at some point. Fascinatingly, they could not agree on lengths or weight units and stuff like that. I mean, most could, some couldn't. Don't want to call no names here, but that's true. Just a small part that couldn't agree on it, to be honest. I'm not sure. How is it in UK, Jack? With kilograms and grams, kilometers, meters, stuff like that. Or are they also more on the side of pounds per square inch? Which I always find a funny unit, to be honest, but I think it depends for the things, right? Pounds per gallon. Don't they weigh people in stone? I don't know. So in UK they use also some of their, let's call them unusual units. I think they learn, I assume though they learn both at school, right? So in theory they could know the beauty that is kilograms and stuff like that. Oh, interesting. Humans come in stones, but pets in kilograms. Okay, that's funny. What about miles or kilometers, stuff like that? Water comes in liters, but milk in pints, or is it pint? Because English is a strange language sometimes. I always have to think of the scene in Lord of the Rings now. Okay, it's a pint. So it depends. Isn't it unnecessarily complicated? I kind of like it, to be honest, but it feels a bit complicated. Yes, okay. But what about length? What do they use for, I don't know. You ask somebody in the street and says, how far is, I don't know, this city from here? And they say, yeah, it's 2 kilometers to the west or something like that. Okay, they say miles. But for example, miles is a name also. Isn't it confusing if, I don't know, if you ask the question, how many miles does Miles have to go, or something like this? People feet and inches. Is also there some metric use in some special cases? Except for scientific stuff, I guess. I mean, in Germany, not thinking about it, there are also some exceptions to the rule. Usually we use centimeters and meters and stuff for distances, except for monitors. There you often find the unit Zoll, which I assume would be inches. If someone asks me for measurements for clothes or furniture I'm selling, it could go either way, centimeters or inches. Okay, depends a bit on the person then. Interesting. Best to specify the unit mass teacher's wet dream. I think that's one of the few exceptions in Germany, thinking about it. I think also tires can be in Zoll as well. Yeah, bike wheels and stuff like that. Also in inches, yeah. In Germany, I think you also often find them in Zoll. And maybe also what do you call it? In the realm of the was is Klempner again in English? Plumber. In the realm of plumbing, I think you also find inches or solid times in Germany. So often you find pretty much both, I guess. Plumbing. Oh yeah, it's a Silent B again. I like Silent Hill more than Silent B, but what can I do, right?
Long ago, there was a land called Hyrule, created by beings of supreme.
We haven't seen any footage. It's just a little teaser with the tapestry.
There lay a small with inhabitants.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that they bring the game that a lot of people who maybe have not played it to the N64 era when it came out in 1997 or something. I'm not even sure if it's 1997, to be honest. Let me just look it up. Ocarina of Time. 1998 it is. Almost. So, yeah. $28 years ago, kind of. Unfortunately, there's not much to tell. It's kind of awesome that they bring this legendary game back to the realm of gaming and bring us a cool remake. How it will look, hard to tell. Well, we got a glimpse at the potential style of the game. Link looks now again more like quite a bit younger than he looks in Breath of the Wild or something like that. It's a different style for sure. So they go a different route there, which makes sense because style of Ocarina of Time is different than that of Breath of the Wild, obviously. And I think they tried to capture this. For many people, that's a very nostalgic game, and it's also kind of a Zelda game. If I'm not mistaken, that should be the first 3D Zelda, so it kind of shows how an action-adventure like Zelda can be transported into the third dimension, and it's had a lot of cool ideas and control ideas and what you can do that had a huge impact on the games industry or on the genre as a whole, so it's a very important game. And it's very nostalgic for a lot of people. As a result, I have to admit, I had to kind of, what do you call it in English? And I would say nachholen. Make good for, make up, catch up, I don't know. But I played it late, at a later date. I catch up with history, basically. Played a later date because I was PlayStation user back in the day. Not my own Nintendo 64. Some friends... Yeah, catch up, I don't know. Okay, it's a... catch up. Nice one. Where was I? Yeah, I never played it. Yeah, like a friend of mine had a or several friends of mine had a Nintendo 64. I had a PlayStation 1 back in the day, and I did not play much Nintendo 64. I played a little bit of it as a result, only usually when I visited friends. And some games I might have, by means, replayed later. Or played a bit later, just to out of curiosity and so on. If I'm thinking of catching up now. Yeah, it's an interesting question. I guess it depends a bit. Like, do you need, like, how close will this remake be in comparison to the original game? Is it worse playing the original and then play the remake, or if you play the remake, you get pretty much the experience of the original in a modernized way? So I don't know, hard to tell. I guess we will need more information on it, but it seems there is, if I have seen this correctly, there is a date actually, right? Or maybe not. Yeah, 2026. 2026, according to my information, that is this year. Half the year's over, so in the next 6 months it will release. And they don't, like, if it would be in September, they would drop, I think, a release date or something more. So I would assume it will be the end of the year. So maybe they say, yeah, we're Nintendo, screw it. We put our game out in November. If GTA is not moved, because it's kind of a funny thing. At the 19th, currently the release date is the 19th of November, and they usually in the whole week we have not seen a single November release date. It was kind of funny to see in this show here. I think it was Metaphor Refantasio, whatever it's called. Is it possible that this is still the German? Yeah, you can see the German subtitles. We go to the UK one, America, because UK has excuse me. UK has. Let me just go here into the list. Yes, timestamps. That's the word I was looking for. I think Metaphor Refantasio. I'm clean by mistake.
Awaken your power. Asio launching.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if there was another game. I think that is the first game we have seen the whole Summer Game Fest week. That if you count this Nintendo Direct as well, that comes out in November 12th. It drops like a week before GTA 6, and they seem to like. If there's one company on the planet that is not too afraid of a GTA release, it's, I assume, Nintendo, so they can get away with it. I think they could do this and even get away with it. they won't release it at the 19th of November. They say, well, it has to release on the 12th, like a week before the other. But yeah, kind of interesting. My pet peeve is when pretend holiday is a date. I mean, it kind of gives you roundabout an end of the year idea, so I would be fine with that.
Launching on Nintendo.
So a lot of cool stuff coming for the Switch. Like, the Switch is always a weird thing. Like, the Switch gets a lot of cool stuff. Like, if you only own a Switch 2, you're in for a treat here. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff coming. New Fire Emblem is, of course, I think for a lot of, I'm not sure if it was already announced because I'm not following the series actively. But these games usually are really good. So would be surprised if reviews would be too negative. Lord of the Fallen, if you haven't played it yet, it's also really good. And a bit frustrating, but it's Lies of P, also really good. Also comes to Switch. It's quite impressive if you like MMORPGs. One of the most successful MMORPGs in our current time, besides World of Warcraft, is Final Fantasy.
Fantasy game in HD 2D.
That's a new Final Fantasy game, but there's also Final Fantasy 14. There is a new 2D Final Fantasy. I have no clue. Final Fantasy Resonance. Let me just look up Final Fantasy. I have no idea what the Resonance, something like that. Okay, there's no Wikipedia article for Final Fantasy Resonance yet. That seems to be surprising. I'm mute. Oh no, I hate it so much. I want to sneeze and I forgot to unmute myself. Now I have to repeat everything. So let's get back into what I just said. Thank you for the hint. I hate when whatever. I'm so often that I mute myself and I forget to unmute. And I'm talking and talking. Nobody can hear anything. That's unfortunate. But yeah, what I wanted to say is that this was like, if you only play Nintendo consoles and you only have a Switch or a Switch 2, I think this was a really good Nintendo Direct because it had a lot of cool stuff in it. First of all, Onimusha, which we recently played the demo on the German channel. I played through the demo. It was really fun. Like, the demo definitely convinced me. Also comes to the Switch 2. Dragon's Dogma 2 with Dark Horizon stuff. We will see how that is. Comes to the Switch 2 as well. Stellar Blade. Also, I can make it a bit bigger so I can read it better on screen. Stellar Blade, also to Switch 2. Pretty nice. Rayman Legends Retold, the new Rayman remake, whatever that is, also comes to Switch. Pretty good. New Fire Emblem, which is, I guess, pretty huge. also comes to the Switch.
This is the Dagdan Empire, a prosperous land ruled by the gods.
Lord of the Fallen, also pretty decent Souls game. Also comes to the Switch too. Like if you haven't played all these games yet, like Lies of P, also really good Souls-like. Devil May Cry, really good spectacle fighter. Also comes to the thing. What was Muramasa? Revenant Blades, forgot about that. Let's look into that. Ah, that was this game. No idea, don't know it, but could be great as well. Then you get the Chronicle games as a Switch 2 edition. Then you get a new Xenoblade in form of Xenoblade Genesis. Previous Xenoblade games were also reviewed pretty much all of them pretty well. That's really nice. A new Star Fox. We get this Final Fantasy Resonance thing, which is a I just looked it up. It's a multi-platform release. Comes to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC. I noticed because it has actually there's a Steam page for it. As you can see here on Steam, which is the big PC platform, and where you get your games from often, most of the time, also has a Steam page for it. So it's a multi-platform release, but it also comes to the Switch too. So that's pretty nice. The Dragon Quest monster stuff here looked also pretty cute, to be honest. Look at this. Dragon Quest games are also usually really good, so that's good. Dustblood, new FromSoft thing where Miyazaki works on. New Souls, multiplayer, whatever thing. Yeah, also pretty nice to get. I guess most PC players want that as well. Same as the PlayStation people. Splatoon Raiders, new Splatoon, pretty good. Deltarune, pretty good. Metaphor Fantasia got really good reviews when it came out, so it also comes to now the Switch too. And then new Kingdom Hearts, with Kingdom Hearts 4 and a new Zelda game. Well, that's... I would say it's pretty good. Like, if some of these games, like if you play PlayStation and PC, or PC and Switch 2 or whatever, you could have already played Stellar Blade. You could the original Dragon's Dogma release. You could have played Lord of the Fallen, Lies of P, Devil May Cry. Final Fantasy Resonance also is the future game. Metaphor Fantasio, I think it's also on PC. Let me just double check. Is it on Steam? Yeah, it's on Steam. 50% off.
Hey everyone, here's some fresh news about Splatoon Raiders, a new single-player focused.
This information doesn't process with my brain currently. It's 50% off and still costs $64. What is this game? Why is it so expensive?
And this scrappy individual?
Jet, I need explanation for that.
The four of them are using the hideout ship as their hub, hunting for treasure across these landmasses, the Spiralite Islands. Alright,
it's a bundle. Okay, you get Persona 5 Royale and Metaphor Fantasio. Vanilla price would be 70 and 60. So 130, you get 50% off. Per price 64.98. That's the reason. Okay.
That's where this comes in. The exploration bot.
I agree. For people who also have other options for gaming, it would be quite boring. But for some people whose primary on or only source is the Switch, there's some great new games. Yeah, definitely. I would even say,
You'll also get support in the form of gadgets.
Where is it? Yeah, it is. I would even say when if you play Nintendo Switch, you got quite a few exciting announcements for the Switch as well. That you can only, that the new Rayman also comes for the Switch, I think is good news in of itself. It's not out yet. It's a multi-platform title anyway, but it's good when multi-platform titles also land on the Switch 2 for the Switch 2 folk. Fire Emblem is, I think, pretty huge. Like I said, I'm not sure. Ninjala, I have no idea if I've ever heard of this game before. Don't know. Maybe it is pretty good. The Xenoblade games, I'm not sure if they are on PC, to be honest. Like, in nature, Xenoblade Chronicles is a franchise. Let me just see if it's on Steam. No, I think it's pretty much, it should be Nintendo exclusive. So that there's a new Xenoblade game, the Switch updates. Nintendo Switch Sports Resort for Switch 2 also good. New Star Fox is good. Quest. Yeah, Dustbloods, that seems to be also Nintendo exclusive. Platoon Raiders is exclusive. The Kingdom Hearts stuff potentially not. But new Ocarina of Time and the Kingdom Hearts also coming for the Switch. So that's pretty cool. But I'm excited for Rem was expecting, yeah. I'm excited for Lies of P. Yeah, for sure. That's pretty good news. So in this regard, I think that was for the Switch folk a pretty good Nintendo Direct with a lot of cool stuff in it. Like if I mainly play on PC, so I have a Switch 1 but not a 2. I guess the only game that I would be interested in would be Dustbloods, I guess, because I like FromSoft. But on the other side, I mean, also the new Zelda game, I would definitely, the Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, I would also be interested in. You could also play bowling and golf, that's true. But yeah, overall, I would say that was a pretty nice show for the Switch folk. I'm not sure what other people might say about it. I know Nintendo often gets criticized. I get why. But they have some strong IPs. I'm not sure what with the Pokopia thing is. I would assume that's also exclusive. I thought it would be maybe something new, but it's just like a new world and with additional content and stuff. If I've seen this correctly. Came out in March.
Blocks.
Sorry, I just sneezed. Yeah, it's pretty good. Also pretty decent Nintendo Direct. I think people might be happy with it. Yeah, it's really weird that Kingdom Hearts 4 is shown first on the Nintendo Direct and not on the on the State of Play. That indeed is a strange one. With some wrestling simulator before GTA 6. Well, I'm not sure if GTA 6 will hit Nintendo. Could be at some point. But I would assume that Kingdom Hearts will be multi-platform, right? I mean, it always was. Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah. It was also on the Switch too, so it's not that big of a surprise, I guess. I think the biggest surprise is that there's a fourth part. And I think this is the first time we have heard or seen this announcement. So it's kind of strange that Nintendo has booked that one. And Lords of the Fallen is an interesting one. When it came out, it was a bit rough in many stuff. I also try to remember if this character here, if I remember correctly, this must be one of the first big bosses you fight in the game. I remember the flying wing boss there with red hair or something. Looks distantly familiar. I haven't played it in ages. I think when it came out, 2023 it came out. I played the release version quite a bit. I, for the most part, liked it. It had some weird ideas, but they patched it a lot. Like, it got a lot of post-release support. So I could imagine that the version that the Switch people, the Switch folk will get, has all these, obviously all these updates already, and that might improve your experience massively and make a really good game. Some wrestling took a lot of time in the Nintendo Direct. That is true. Yeah, you are right. You know what I'm thinking about this? That this is a re-release. You know why I'm thinking that it's a re-release? Because Lords of the Fallen, I mean, this one, first game, is already Lords of the Fallen 2, in a way. But it's a reboot, so to say. Here, Lords of the Fallen from 2014. That's the first. I always, like, in my head, the current one is always the second, you know? That's why I think it's true, but you're right. That was fun, but it's bedtime for me. Oh no! But yeah, sleep well, Jack. Have a good one. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed our little stream here and the Nintendo Direct thing. But yeah, this game, though I think it's not directly connected. This was one of the very first games that really tried to copy FromSoft in a way. And it was not that great, to be honest. I'm not sure if I would say it was okay. Yeah, it had its moments, but there was a lot of stuff that didn't work right and so on. It's made, Deck 13, the German developer made this, funnily enough, and they later made The Surge. That was their next spin on the Soul formula. And the Surge 2 is pretty decent. Surge 1 still, I think, a bit rough. Also, it looks so weird because I have the dark mode here active in it. But yeah, it's decent. It has a completely different setting though, but that's what they made. And then in 2023, Lords of the Fallen. A new Lords of the Fallen. They thought about calling it Lord of the Fallen, with so singular, to kind of make it a bit different. The publisher CI Games, I think, stayed. The developer Deck 13 left, so to say, made their own stuff. Catch you soon. Yeah, Jack. Have a good one. Sleep well. However, this is kind of a reboot of it. And yeah, they brought in a lot of launch support. I thought this one enemy we have seen from the first game. Let me just see if we see her. Yeah, I think that is the first boss. So yeah, the Lords of Fallen 2 game isn't even out yet. I can't find I have to search on Lords of the Fallen bosses. Let me just see. Yeah, Pieta is her name. Let me see if I can bring this up here on screen. Well, I can for sure. Just takes a moment. That's why I thought, okay, is this the first boss? Here we see the boss. You see, it also wings and flies at you and does all kinds of stuff there. Was a cool boss fight. I like that one, to be honest. And now in the Nintendo Direct scene, I don't know. In my mind, it looked very similar. I haven't seen her in a while. Like I said, I haven't played it in some years. But yeah, it looks. This winged entity looks different, but in my mind, they look very, very similar. It has red wings. Yeah, I remembered this a bit wrong. I just knew there was wings and red. That's what I remember. So, isn't that this dude or whatever that we fight at the beginning? So yeah, that's Lord of the Fallen 1. Not sure if Lord of the Fallen was released for... I think you can see how my mind mixed them up a little bit. Yeah, it looks a bit similar. If you haven't played it for a few years, I think, yeah, it wasn't that the first boss. So there's that. Is Lord of the Fallen 1 also on the Switch? No, it's not. Interesting. But it's interesting that Lord of the Fallen 2 is released on the Switch as the Switch 2, but 1 isn't. I mean, you know, it wasn't maybe not the massive success they hoped, I guess, in a way. Reception was positive, but not overwhelmingly positive. As of March, the game had been sold 2.5 million copies, which is, I think, still pretty decent sales number-wise for a game like that. So, I don't know if they would say, yeah, we also bring it to Switch, if it's worth it or not. Maybe they bring it in later as kind of a remaster, whatever. I don't know. If Lord of the Fallen 2 is successful on the Switch 2 as well. I don't know. But for me, kind of interesting to see. Yeah, that's kind of Super Mario-esque. And then, yeah, new Xenoblade. Also, I wouldn't say it's a big surprise. It's a big franchise for the Switch as always. So that they continue with this makes kind of sense. Looks pretty beautiful. Of course, inside the limitations of a Nintendo Switch console. But yeah, I don't know. I thought this was a pretty nice Direct, to be honest. A lot of releases, and there's some stuff that we didn't even see in the list. Onimusha, there was like a section with a lot of games. Like we have seen like Warhammer and stuff comes out for the Switch. Okay, this is from the Vampire Survivor creators. So they work on a similar game. Unfortunately, I forgot where it was, chat. Have they cut it out here from this version, chat? At the end? No, that's the German one. This is one I was looking for. Yeah, here it is. Even more games coming. Yeah, that is. Winter 2026. Kind of interesting that those games also come to the Switch. Daisy, Cool Edition, Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2. This is Metal Gear Solid, by the way, chat. Until this collection here, it was not possible without a PlayStation 3 to play Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriot. Or the Sons of the Patriots. Sons of Liberty, Guns of the Patriot. Yeah. Was not possible to play anywhere else. It's just kind of fascinating. And now, in this, it's not even out yet, but in 27th of August 2026, this collection here comes out. I would assume it's then, yeah, 27th of August comes out. And then you can play Metal Gear Solid 4 also on other platforms. Yeah, that was already announced. Yeah, it's just fascinating that you can't play Metal Gear Solid 4 anywhere except the PlayStation 3, even though there are 10 billion different collections for Metal Gear and stuff. The Tomb Raider stuff also coming later today, by the way. Shadow Drop. The Tomb Raider stuff will be out later today. Today is already over from the perspective of the release of the show, so it should be out. Kind of fascinating, chat. But yeah, I'm not sure. Metal Gear Solid, cool. Is that Snake Eater? Yeah, we have seen a bit of Snake Eater as well. Metal Snake Eater 3. Some stuff we have seen here in these cutscenes. So waiting here. This is Metal Gear Solid 4. Metal Gear Solid 4. Metal Gear Solid 4. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. I think this is Metal Gear Solid 1 or 2, the very old games. This is Tomb Raider. But yeah, pretty cool. I know, chat. Not sure if you people have anything left to say or something to comment on. I don't know, chat. I enjoyed the show a lot, to be honest. And hope you also enjoyed here the little stream we got here. If so, leave a like and maybe a comment and stuff. I have to continue with, I don't know, other video stuff here on the channel soon as well. And on the other channels, a lot of stuff to do. Thinking about making a video about maybe some highlights of this, but I'm not sure. Like, to be honest, I hoped for like some tease of a new FromSoft game besides Dustbloods, which we already knew is coming out. So something new from FromSoft, like a new, I don't know, successor to something existing like Elden Ring or whatever, or a new IP or whatever, I would be appreciated. But nothing came. There was a rumor of a Souls pirate game, which was not announced, unfortunately. So since I don't know, Souls and Elden Ring and stuff is my expertise, I would say. And Cyberpunk, also no new Cyberpunk stuff. There's not much I can, yeah, that's not the topic where I feel like, oh yeah, there I can tell you tons of stuff about. Unfortunately, that was not the case. But, well, at some point, FromSoft will announce something, then we'll talk about it. Yeah, currently looking a bit into what do I want to comment on. The problem is, like Resident Evil Code Veronica was, for example, announced, the remake. There was rumors, to my knowledge, that this was coming. Same with the Ocarina of Time remake. So I'm not too surprised hearing these news. So it's cool to see that it's now officially and so on. But I was not too surprised by it. I don't know the original Code Veronica though. So looking forward for that. And with this said, I wish you a fantastic rest of the day. For the German people, we switch now back to German. And I don't know what we do. Maybe we play a demo or something. Not sure if I should also replay the demos here on the English channel. Let me know maybe in the comments. But yeah, currently I just plan to get a good impression of some of these games. Can at least tell you something about Mortal Shell and Onimusha. 1666 Amsterdam, we played the demo already. And next is Valor Mortis, the demo I would try out, I think. So that's kind of the current plan here. So thank you, people, on the English side of things for watching. As said, we continue here with on the German channel. So if you speak German or don't mind listening there, then come to tph_games on Twitch or so. Have a fantastic rest of the day, good night, or whatever time you current time zone you currently live in, or good morning or whatever. And you people next time. Goodbye.